Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be cutting this pretty short flayed knicker. Yeah, so let's go straight into this video. I'll be using this Duchess fabric. So what you're going to do is to just fold this into two. I want to cut the front different and the back different. Just pay attention. So firstly, I just traced out a circle, a mini circle at the edge of using around 6 inches to trace this circle. This circle will guide me to take my waist measurement. In this case, my waist measurement is 32 inches. So I went ahead to add 2 inches to it. These 2 inches, I'll still take it up. The length of my shirt is 16 inches. So I added extra 1 inch, making it 17, just to see where I'll turn it up, like the same allowance. So I'll just go ahead and join these traces. So it will be easier for me to cut off. So I'll just go ahead and cut this off. So next I'm just going to place this front part on the remaining fabric, which I'll use to cut the back part of the shirt. So I forgot to mention earlier, I'm using around 1.5 yard of fabric, but ideally you can use 2 yards. This is because I want to use 16 inches length. I don't want it to be too long, and I'm using the fabric I want to use for the top as the band. So for your own, you can actually use 2 yards. So I'll just go ahead, cut it off. Next, I'm going to shift this to one side so that the remaining allowance at the back will be around 1.5 inches. So this will serve as my back flap. Then I'll go ahead and cut this fold off. The next thing I'm going to do is to remove the 2 inches I added earlier. You remember, I'll just from it and remove 1.5 inch. Measure it down to 10 inches. This will be my flap. So I'll just curve it off like so. I'm doing this at the side that is together, not the part that I shifted, even though I'll still shift it back. I'm just doing it together so that it will have the same effect on the front and the back. So I'll just notch this place off, just for it to, sit well. So I'll just go ahead and label this the front and label the other back the back, that is F and B as I've written. This will help it not to confuse me. So guys, we are actually done with our shirt. The next thing I'm going to do is to take it to the sewing machine and then join. First of all, I'll start with the front. I'll join the flap area from here to the end. I'll just join it like so. Next, I'm going to do the same thing for the back. I will join it from up to down where the flap ends. Then I'll put the zip by the left hand side of this flare. As you all know by now, I like my zipper at the side. I mean in shirts and in trousers. That's where I prefer my zipper. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the front and the back. I'll start with this down part, like the center area. I'll make sure that the two joints at the flap meet together. Then I'll go ahead and join them together. So with my waist measurement now, I'm going to measure the waist. My actual waist is 32 inches. Remember, that is what we measured, and leaving out the inches allowance that we did earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and on the right hand join So by the time I'll be joining the left hand side, I'll leave out around 6 or 7 inches. That will serve as my zipper allowance. So guys, you can agree with me that this shirt is actually very simple. It doesn't need much measurement, it doesn't need much calculations, no pattern is needed. It's just straight, on point, and beautiful at the end. So I'll remeasure my measurements to make sure that it's actually correct. Then from this point, I'll measure down 7 inches. That will serve as my zipper allowance. So from this point, I'm going to sew down. I'll leave the rest open and sew it down. Next, I'm going to fold the edge of the knicker. I'll do a tiny fold for it round. I'll do the same thing for the both legs. This may not be so easy for a beginner because it is flayed. It's actually easier to sew a straight pattern or a straight fabric with this kind of tiny fold than to do it with a flayed fold. But you can just keep trying to use your fingers to hold it down and do it one at a time. This will make it easier, and with time you'll master it. It's just that simple. Yeah. Again, guys, I want you to know that you are very free to ask me for any tutorial you want in my comment section. Just make sure you subscribe to my channel and wait for me to drop the video that you requested for in my comment section. Just any video of your choice that you want me to do a tutorial on, feel very free to request for it in my comment section. So next I'm going to be joining my band. This band measures 4 inches by 33 inches. I'm going to be using this Ankara fabric because that is the fabric I'm using for the top of this shirt. So for the joining, I'll just place the band at the wrong side of this shirt, then sew it round. Then on coming back, I'll just do a tiny fold of like ½ inch, then place on top of it and sew around again, just like you join your normal band. So that's it, guys. So we are done with the band now. The next thing we're going to do is to grab our zipper, place it on that 7 inches that we left open, then sew it round like the normal way that we sew our zipper. So I'll just go ahead and tuck in the excess part of the zipper like this and sew it on top of the fabric. And yes guys, our flayed short knicker is ready. I'll just go ahead and weave it and iron it. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, ask me any question that confuses you in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.